The average retiree spends 75% of their budget on these four things. These four things. And I can almost tell you what they are without even reading the article. We'll dive into it. As you can see, you got my Boston Bruins. Probably should wear in black to mourn the biggest collapse in history. I did a video on that on my other channel. You can go to Josh Scanlon's, just Josh Scanlon channel on YouTube. It's just as I predicted. It doesn't make me happy to predict. I had a guy said, if you don't like the Bruins, find another team. I said, I do like the Bruins, but I'm a freaking 1970s and 1980s Boston sports fan. Other than the Celtics, I never liked the Celtics. Thus, I know what it's like to root for a team, and they always break your heart, fool. I shouldn't call the guy fool, but it ticks me off, man. Because dude. Then they find out the Bruins take a lead 3-2. I'm not watching the game. Then they find out, look at 4 minutes left, the Bruins are up 3-2 after being down 1-0, 2-1. I'm like, oh, man, could we win this? No. We're going to lose an OT. Game 7 at home. The average retiree spends just $4,300 a month on expenses and burns 75% on that in these four items. How does your spending stack up? So before we dive into what these are, I'm going to predict. 1 is housing. By far and away is housing. 2 is transportation. 3 is going to be food, and 4 will be healthcare. That's my prediction. You ready? Let's take a look. And this is because I'm sure it's going to be on BLS, Bureau of Labor Statistics, Consumer Expenditure Survey information. Let's take a gander. And we've got this lady here. Who's this? Roth IRA. So this lady's talking about Roth IRA from Fidelity. Fantastic. We're over here, lady. Over here. Look, no, up here. You're looking to the side. You got to look at us in the face. All right, so let's keep reading. And this is look at this guy's lamenting. I did my video on the lament of the Boston Bruins. This guy's lamenting for his retirement accounts. Can I close this thing? There we go. All right. Yeah, let's see. Who wrote this article, by the way? Dory Zinn. Let's see who Dory Zinn is. And we don't have a thing byline for her. All right. Housing, just like I said. All right. Let's see here. By the Bureau of Labor Statistics, exactly right. The average American, 65 and up, earns an annual income pre-tax income of $55,000 and spends in the same group spends $52,000 or $4,300 a month. Shocking. What? You can retire on Social Security? Yes, you can, and someone should write a book on that. Oh, I did. I did write a book on you can retire on Social Security. Oh, by the way, get my new book right here, Relax and Retire. Oh, but you're just a Pollyanna, Josh. You're so Pollyannish. No, it's called reality, dude. Reality. By the way, my retirement planning course is still on sale, 50% off. Go to my doobly-doo down there, and the promo code is tax, and that'll be for another 2 weeks or so, something like that, 2 or 3 weeks, I can't remember. But promo code for my retirement planning course is 50% off. Promo code is tax. It's in the doobly-doo. All right. The income doesn't leave a lot of extra cash for unexpected expenses. The average American has about $200,000 in savings account. Again, we don't care about average. Average means me and Bill Gates, with all his completely legitimate money he's made by serving the cabal. One second here. Pause it real quick. So Bill Gates' completely legitimate gains from serving the cabal, you combine him with me and we divide by 2, our average income is crazy through the roof. And trust me, mine ain't anywhere near old Bill floating around with Jeff Epstein and whatnot. But I don't got that kind of scratch. Anyway, let's see. According to analysis, the Federal Reserve, okay, high expenses often play a role. So basically they're saying, hey, man, you got a lot of your expenses are equaling your income, and one of the reasons for high is that the high expenses might play a role. You think, why does this lady keep coming back? Stop. All right, so we're going to say housing costs represent the largest expenses for retirees, accounting for 36% of their annual expenses. And yet, what's CPIE based on? Well, we can read CPIE is consumer CPI. For E is for elderly people. Consumer, what the hell CPI stand for, man? It's Consumer Price Index. Oh my goodness, I'm so nuts. So we talk about this in my book, and I'm going to share with you right here. Look at it, a shelter. According to CPIE, 47.43% of inflation for CPI is for housing, of which 37.362 is for shelter. And ironically, we go back to actually what we're spending our money on. That's for elderly retirees. 36% of our annual expenses go for housing. Does 36% of your annual expenses go for housing? Yes, that is true for this guy because I still got a mortgage. What will happen when the mortgage is paid off? Will 36% of my expenditures go to housing? No, it won't because I have no mortgage. But you still have property tax. My property tax is small compared to my mortgage. I don't get how people don't get this, man. It's the weirdest thing. You look at your mortgage, principal and interest, property tax and homeowners. These two things are called escrow. Principal and interest are always and everywhere significantly above your property tax and homeowners by far and away. It's not even close. So once your home is paid off, inherently you have a huge decline in your expenditures. It's just that simple. Let's see. Even though home prices are cooling off in the wake of the housing market, retirees can gain a leg up by downsizing. Yeah, 100%. That's what I plan to do. Transportation. Did I not say that? Did I not say housing, transportation, food, and healthcare? If you aren't working as much, you might want to swap your car for public transportation or a bike. Or, of course, if you're not buying a car, leasing or buying a car every year, you don't need to make up that $7,000 in transportation because you're not transporting yourself via the buying and selling of a new or leased vehicle, which is what happens in the transportation category of the Consumer Expenditure Survey. Just look at the Consumer Expenditure Survey. Transportation costs, so we'll go back to it. I'll show you right here. Transportation is 14.52% of that. And it's all in my book, dude. I mean, literally, I laid this out significantly. How much of that is relative to buying and selling and leasing and purchasing a new car? The vast majority of that transportation. So I don't lease or I have no car payment anymore. So how much does my transportation cost? Is it my second biggest expense? No. Do I drive that much? No. I work from home. Now, if you're still working and commuting into Midtown or Buckhead like I used to, yeah, you're going to have significant transportation costs, weight, maintenance, wear, repair, and all that. I don't have that anymore. And you won't either once you retire. So it's silly to say, well, transportation costs is your second biggest expense if you don't have a car payment and you're not driving all over the place. And the same thing here is your housing is going to be 36% if you have no house payment. Healthcare, we're talking about, and food. So healthcare, and that's not, there's nothing you can do about this. I mean, the best thing you do is get healthy. But once you're on Medicare, there's literally nothing you can do. It is what it is. You got Part B, Part D, and you get a medical sup, or Part C, Medicare Advantage. There's nothing else to do. You're going to pay those premiums. You can't get away with that. The second best thing is make sure you're getting in shape. Go for a freaking walk, dude. Walking. The number one thing you can do, get out there and breathe that beautiful, beautiful fresh air. Get that vitamin D from that heat tab in the sky, and just walk every day. Walk a mile, 2 miles. Just walk. Dude. That's why I got to get a dog, because you can take them for W's. We call them W's here because we say that. I guess I already did that. The W-A-L-K words. They're both looking, be like, what? Look at this guy right here. He's like, oh, we're going. Oh, look at that guy. We're going. Oh boy. So yeah, they're getting ants. They're getting ants in their pants. Wanting their big old pops to take them for a W. Then food, and food represents 12% of annual expenditures. All right. Stick to your grocery list when you shop. Try using 2 tricks many veteran shoppers employ. Never shop on an empty stomach, and buy mostly items on sale, 100%. Or BOGOs. Publix get all kinds of BOGOs, dude. Other way to save money, cut down on portions. They're turning large portions at restaurants, a second meal. Or go up to Costco, get those freaking ribeyes, or even New York strip you want. They're all prime. I think they're prime. They might be choice, or they might be both. Remember, prime's number 1, choice is number 2, but they all taste the same, dude. And you get that in the big bulk, chop those suckers up, freeze dry them, vacuum seal them. You don't, not freeze dry them, vacuum seal them. You got steaks for as long as you can see. And if it's just you and your better half, man, dude, and you're living a high carb, a low carb, high fat life, oh, it's good for your health. So those are the 4 biggest expenses. So there's easy ways to cut these down. Transportation, you don't have a new or used vehicle. Housing, you pay off your mortgage. Healthcare, you get better shape so you don't have to deal with a stupid doc trying to peddle their products to you all the time. And food, buy in bulk, buy BOGOs, buy one, get one. Don't eat out all the time. When you do eat out, don't get a drink. Certainly don't get alcohol. Get water. Get water when you eat out. I'm telling you, dude, the best thing you can do is get water when you eat out. I mean, I worked in a bar for many years. The highest profit margin was alcohol and soda. The food was basically sell at cost. It's the alcohol and soda where they get you. You know how much it costs to serve a pint of beer? So we used to have these pints. We used to have 8, 9 different beers on tap that we built and brewed ourselves. And we had like 80 other ones. You know, the kegs were kind of expensive, but the ones that we brewed out, I think it was like 25 cents per pint. We sold that sucker for $5. Huge profit margin. Huge profit margin. So if you're going to a bar or going to a restaurant and you don't use that, you just buy their food at cost and you drink the water, dude, stop subsidizing. So basically, you are subsidizing me by your drinking. I'm a teetotaler since 5/25/1997, but who's counting? I'm a teetotaler. So when you go to the restaurant, you buy 2 beers, 2 pints of Sierra Nevada, 2 pints of Guinness or Bass Ale, Black and Tans, and I buy water, I drink water. Basically, your bill is through the roof, which can subsidize my bill because all I'm doing is buying food at cost. Obviously, got to pay for the labor and whatnot, but you're subsidizing me. Stop subsidizing me, man. Make me pay my fair share. That's what you got to do. All right. Love your thoughts. Don't forget to sign up to the Doobie Dook down below in terms of my email list. I am emailing more, which is fun. I do like actually emailing. And then, of course, like I said about my retirement planning course. We'll see you guys.